Hello everyone. We are going to start this episode by consulting a document we didn't check earlier. This document is a document we have found on Kyabagama, and it was in a safe belonging to Theodora. So let's read it. Preliminary report N4073. Research group. Subject of study. Active samples of the terrible disease. Assigned name Tech Blight. Effect. The Tech Blight is capable of corroding matter and destroying it from within at a terrifying speed. This deadly plague infects mechanisms as well as any metals and other materials used as their basis. No technology known to the Crimson Priesthood, neither gifts from the great Omnissiah, nor heretical products of Xenos, can withstand this onslaught. The disease poisons and warps the very essence and taints the code of sacred mechanism. Observation. The Tech Blight triggers an effect that is repulsive at its core. It transforms metals into horrific forms on an unpredictable nature. During testing, it demonstrated the ability to fuse solid matter with organic objects, creating something new as a result. The phenomenon was assigned the name tech splicing. Method of transportation: ceramic capsules. Burnt clay is the only thing that can contain the pestilence. Extra caution must be taken given the container's fragility. Any damage might result in an uncontrolled outbreak. Damaging the container is unacceptable. Current stage. Test to subjugate the Tech Blight to his will and turn it into a weapon subject to the Omnissiah wisdom. Test result assessment success. Note: the test triggered an event recorded under the name Incident N87204. The quest for knowledge in his name will continue. Hypothesis 1. The Tech Blight was created in the darkness of unknown worlds, away from the eye of the great creator. Hypothesis 2. Any taint that exists to harm the machine god's creations can and will be bent to his will. I'm going to also check a little my equipment. I'm going to sell a few things before exploring new planets. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to sell this one. I'm going to equip Pascal with a new item we have collected during the last episode. I think it's this one. Let's give him this one. In terms of colonies, I have something to do also on Kyabagama, I think. And maybe I can check also Janus, yeah, to get some medikits. On Kyabagama, I need to do something. And I think I'm going to choose Unwelcome Guests. A mysterious explorator ship, the Exaltation, has landed on this world's surface. The tech priest graciously informed the authorities that they had taken control of nearby manufactorums in order to perform the rites of ship maintenance, and made servitors of the worker units deployed there. The servants of the Omnissiah requested enormous quantities of priceless materials without saying a word as to the purpose of their visit or the details of their mission. They have expressed their gratitude for the assistance and vainly promised a reward commensurate with the planetary authorities' contribution. I think I'm going to try this because thanks to the instability detonator and also because of the trophy and Xeno artifact. Let's do this. I'm going to sell again a few other items like this one. Frag grenades, I'm not going to use this. Let's sell a few rifle also. So let's sell the sniper rifle. I'm going to give Abelard a new weapon. I'm not sure it's better. I don't think it is better because I won't be able to target people that are not close to me, but I want to try the cutter, so let's go with this. And it looks good on Abelard. Let's go also with the hammer. Okay. I'm going to try also a new weapon with Argenta. It's not a better one, but I want to see what I can do with it. I like the new attack you have, Scorching Retribution. You can set the floor on fire, so could be interesting. And I'm going to sell another weapon, and that will be all. So it was the power pick. No, I didn't want to do that. I took cargo. And let's give you this. Okay. Okay, and this is it. We can continue. Let's see where we can go. I want to go to Mundus Valentius. Let's see, and maybe we'll see what we can go, what we can do, or where we can go after that. In the middle of a warp jump, our sensors detected an approaching void ship, similar to ours in size, but of greater tonnage. The unidentified vessel did not respond to our hails and kept its course, approaching us at high speed. Let's go with a ballistic skill. Fire upon the unidentified vessel. The shell hit its target. The unidentified ship held its course for a moment longer, and then it vanished, leaving only flashes of light in its wake. A single projectile is not enough to destroy a ship of that size. What's more, our ship collided with no debris. Dagonus, here we go. Ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later, when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. So, I don't think I can do much. Oh, phlogiston. Okay, let's collect this, I think, because I just have one. Oh, but it's already done. No, I don't want to do that. Let's continue. Administratum. Let's go with the project, because I think I had to do something. Okay, maybe I can't do it now. Let me check. Okay, maybe I have to land. let's go. Okay, Solomon, you come with me. Abelard, Jay, Elliot. Why not Cassia, but could be someone else. Like, yeah, let's go with Idira. Cassia is a navigator. She can stay on the ship.
Intriguing.
Oh, something new, I guess. Petition 36 Sigma. Through the efforts of the Adeptus Arbites at my family estate, 12 criminals among the members of my family were terminated. The proctor in charge of the purge decreed that the bodies be left lying at the scene of the crime for further investigation. 40 planetary cycles have passed since. The heavy odor and the vermin resulting from keeping dead bodies without the ability to transport them cease to be of concern to me after the first 2 cycles. However, the mummified remains of the criminals prevent my estate from properly functioning at this time. I humbly request that another officer be assigned to oversee the investigation and that they be informed of the necessity of progressing the investigation in my home. Resolution. Petition rejected in accordance with Protocol UP 1845 basis. The assignment of the head investigator is regulated by Protocol UCH 9389. Note: a fine is to be imposed on the petitioner for failing to preserve the evidence.
The world will bow.
Good, another one. Oh, a lot, in fact. Including the special category item Tathathium Natural Psi Focus in the World Tithe. Oh, this is about me. There is a note in the margin that has been underlined twice. Decuma Tertium. Okay, let's read this one. Report capture of the void ship Heartless. Boarded the Heartless as part of the unit led by Solomon and Tar. Neutralize the target Sargona. The captured vessel was turned into an escort ship. The word escort has been circled several times in ink. So he is spying on me. Report, Rykad Minoris. Arrived on Rykad Minoris. During the evacuation, took Solomon and Tar aboard the flagship. The world is to be considered null and void. A side note reads, damage assessment, tithe recalculation, urgent. Okay, Sacred Scroll. The 1005 Admonitions of Master of Inventory Avathelius to the Adepts of the Administratum. Okay, Jay is close to him, I'm not sure why, but let's continue. The shriveled, insect-like old woman greets you with a keen look. Welcome back to the Temple of Law and Order, your lordship. I have already been informed that you are here about Tacera. Prefect Belcher nods to herself and snaps her brittle fingers, prompting a saber skull to flit closer, the creaking of its quill filling the air. Begin entry 51-4 Alpha. In the matter of the world Tacera and its obligation to pay the imperial tithe, this audience with the prefect of the Adeptus Administratum is now in session. Now then, what were your findings, Severan von Valancius? Yeah, I'm not going to ask Solomon to tell him what was happening. My seneschal will give you an account of it. Reporting to anyone in person would be beneath my station. Let me check what I can say. Yeah, she knows everything, so let's go with one. My seneschal will give you an account of it. I am afraid I cannot accept another person's report. Her shriveled fingers nimbly extract a piece of parchment from a stack of papers. It is covered in minuscule writing. According to Coronis Expense Statute 19A11, any decision pertaining to matters to the tithe shall solely be answered for by the person that directly made said decision. A report made by any other person shall be deemed legally null and void. The prefect puts the document back in its place. As you can see, there is a sacred stipulation that you submit your report in person and that I accept it from no one else. Let's go with 2. Tessera's problems have been dealt with. If you need the particulars, go and see for yourself. The prefect grimaces. I can quite confidently deem that outcome to be adverse to the interest of the Imperium. Alas, your lordship, I am duty-bound to deliver an exact and impartial assessment of the events. Procurator Severan von Valancius sanctioned the transposition of a presumably warp-corrupted material to the Imperium storages. By including said material in the volume of the Imperial Tithe, Severan von Valancius changed the planet Tithe grade from Solutio Extremis to Decuma Tertius without filling out the necessary documentation, thereby risking potential major upsets in administratum processes. Noted and recorded. Oh, he's not even pissed because it is warp-related, just because I didn't fill the necessary documents. Interesting. The prefect chews on her lip in thought. I will be frank with you, your lordship. The conclusions that were drawn regarding the Tessera inspection were far from satisfactory. Minor disturbances, such as mass execution of mutants or the rebels' plot, disguised as a celebration, are not nearly as dangerous as the, if you will permit my choice of words, coup that resulted from your intervention. I understand that consequences are something that those endowed with power are wont to leave to their servants to deal with, and therefore something they find acceptable to ignore. Inscriptia's ocular lenses flash as she looks up from her scrolls. However, I hope my words may help you to revise your approach to executing the Imperium's will in the Cronus Expanse in the future. With the tap of a nail, she dismisses the servo skull. Let me see. Yeah, I think I know the answer, but let's go with one. How did you obtain such detailed information about the events on Tessera? And why did you ask me these questions if you know already the answers? Duty dictates the Adeptus Administratum officials always be adequately informed, otherwise our service to the Imperium's order will be of rather questionable use. Unfortunately, it is for this same reason that I cannot disclose my sources to you. Sources, plural, okay? I took care of problematic words of yours. and you are twisting the facts regarding my efforts. The prefect's ocular lenses flash as she replies in an offended tone. I, his lowly and unworthy servant, have no right to twist any facts. My duty is to assess consequences and do everything I can to make sure the Imperium receives what it is owed. That is the purpose of my existence. Suddenly, the old woman's voice becomes less stern and almost didactic. Speaking from my wealth of experience, if I do say so myself, taking care of the Imperium's prosperity is a heavy burden, albeit an honorable one. The fact that even a rogue trader can run into difficulties while doing it only further confirms my many years of observation. One way or the other, we can consider the matter of Tessera closed. Am I correct? Closed and recorded, yes. The old woman smacks her lips in satisfaction. However, that was just the first item on the agenda. Now to the next matter. Really. The prefect beckons over another servo skull, which obediently takes its place at her side. Begin entry 52-1 Sigma. Competency assessment of Proctor Solomon Antar, based on his performance during the mission on the world Tessera. He got hit pretty hard by a Lacerax. That I remember. You hear a painful metallic creak as Solomon's augmented hand clenches into a fist. Competency assessment? Very well, perfect. I am listening. Let's go with 3. Someone has finally caught you by the scruff of the neck, huh, lawman? Let's see how this plays out. You took part in the execution of an administratum appointee without its appropriate permission. You also allowed yourself to be captured, thus endangering your mission and imperiling the valuable equipment issued to you by the Adeptus Arbites. What is more, you sanction a tithe-related decision that carries adverse consequences for the Imperium. The old woman pauses. That is all. Proceed to your self-evaluation. Solomon's heavy gaze is fixed upon the prefect as he slowly forces the first word out of his jaws. As if they have turned to stone, I took every effort and was acting solely in the name of the Lex Imperialis. However, the outcome of the mission speaks for itself. My verdict is thus that my performance in the Tessera case was inadequate. Noted and recorded. The prefect's immaculately polished ocular lenses bore into you once more. Now that the Tessera inspection report has been properly entered into the record, allow me, on behalf of the Adeptus Administratum, to officially extend our gratitude to you for the support you provided to us. May the Von Valentius name be forever praised, and may the Emperor protect your dynasty for many generations to come. She should have started with this, I guess. That said, I must now request your assistance in a different capacity. A number of highly important court cases have accumulated come on, at the Palace of Justice, the kind that require formal resolutions by the rogue trader himself. Oh, if I accept this mission, I should gain heretic points. Let me see what I can say. Let's go with 2. Let's talk to Solomon first. Are you not being a little harsh on yourself, Solomon? Let me see if I can say something else. Okay, let's go with 2. Are you not being a little harsh on yourself, Solomon? Exactly as harsh as my duty demands that I be. An arbitrator has no right to mistakes or weaknesses Our mission is much too important. I mean, you're a tax collector. The proctor's voice sounds firm but detached, as if his mind is wandering far away. I'm not going to go with one. What is this Palace of Justice? It's a temple of the law erected by your ancestors. Some cases could only be settled by heads of the dynasty, but since that time was occupied by other important duties, the facility was built for storing especially complex cases. At a certain point, servants of the administratum were permitted to use the Palace of Justice for hearing disputes. Then, in Lady Theodora's time, the arbitres became part of the legal procedure as well. How will the trial proceed? The defendants will speak first, whereupon you can ask me clarifying questions on the case, and then the old woman gives you a meaningful look over ocular lenses. A death sentence must be passed. Okay. You are, of course, free to judge otherwise, but an execution is preferable. Okay. Yeah, sounds like true justice. Since in every case that will come before you, an outcome without highly unpleasant consequences is unlikely. Let me read that again. You are, of course, free to judge otherwise, but an execution is preferable, since in every case that will come before you, an outcome without highly unpleasant consequences is unlikely, okay? Executions reduce the number of malcontents and motivate prospective defendants to solve their problems before they come under the purview of the rogue traders' court. Yeah, I see, that's how justice works in the Imperium. Let's go with 6, sorry. I hope we can get this over with quickly. As important as these cases may be, my personal business is even more so. I have relegated my current tasks in advance, and thus I'm ready to escort you to the Palace of Justice immediately. Please follow me. Oh, this is the finger of justice, I suppose. Yeah, looks like it. You are greeted by an impeccably dressed man with a perfectly straight back. An arbitre's scale emblem is embroidered on his clothes. Glory to House Van Lanches. Glory to House Van Lanches. We are honored to welcome you to the Palace of Justice, your lordship. Do you wish to proceed to the session at once, or will you grace me with any question I might humbly answer? What is this place? This is the Palace of Justice, the ninth residence of House Van Lanches, erected by your esteemed ancestor Boniface von Lanches and handed over by Theodora von Lanches. Ever may she bask in the throne radiance, to the Adeptus Arbitis and the Administratum for judiciary use. Cases of special interest are heard at this palace. Sentences are carried out here also. Are there any other such institutions elsewhere in my protectorate? No, your lordship. As is the case with the rest of the Imperium, words make do with the traditional method. The accused are not allowed to say a word, and executions are carried out as ordered by planetary authorities or by powerful organizations of the Imperium. Only here on Dargonus does such an unusual ceremony exist. Boniface von Valancius was known for his eccentricities. It is said that he invented this system himself and started this glorious tradition in which you are to take part today. What kinds of cases are usually heard here? Only the most important ones that involve the interest of the highest born persons and prominent factions of the Imperium, disputes between noble houses that go on for generations, conflicts between the God Emperor's servants who are vested with authority and whose disagreements affect trade and security in the Protectorate, and other litigations of supreme significance. The cases litigated at the Palace of Justice quite literally concern matters of life and death. In such instances, there is always a guilty party whose lies, connivances, or negligence have caused damage to the Protectorate. The task of the judge is to establish guilt and pass a stern sentence, as order cannot be imposed without these, or without summary executions. Let us begin. Please, follow me. In Trubia, Vulture, dreary, vox-amplified voice carries across the hall. The court will now hear case DP 14532, the doleful host against the astropathic choir of Dargonius. Representative for the parties will present their arguments, following standard procedure. A woman with lines of scripture all over her skin folds her arms into an aquila. My name is Sister Jute, and I represent the doleful host. O God Emperor's anointed one, we came upon a group of heretics whose minds brimmed with the most shameless thoughts. We captured them and tortured them as befits their transgressions. From what we were able to discern from their wailing and screaming, the head of the astropathic choir is plotting to betray House von Valancius. No one is a liar when flame is caressing their flesh. I'm not sure about that. The doleful host surrounded the choir building and demanded that the heretic be handed over. It was solely out of respect for the anointed one that we refrained from burning down the wayward heretic's den on the spot. However, say but the word, and we shall take him, that he may undergo a righteous cleansing. The arguments are acknowledged and shall be weighted on the scales of justice. The representative will retreat to the chapel of patience to await the verdict. The gaunt man dressed in astropath robes is standing tall, but his voice trembles with fury. I am Master Angelio. I represent the Dargonius astropathic choir. These insidious and ignorant people are passing off their victims' ravings as truth. Your Lordship, people will say anything under torture, just to make the agony stop. We have served House von Valancius faithfully for decades. Master Pras, the longest of all, please order them to stand down. The Master of the Courts repeats the same monotonous formula, bidding the other representative to leave the courtroom. I didn't know about this mission. If I knew, I would have brought Cassia to get insight. I have idea, but Cassia would have been a good idea. Okay, let me see what I can say. Let's go with one first. I'm not sure, maybe they will talk again, but I want to try. I would like to hear out the parties. Again, I'm afraid they have already said what they had to say and are humbly awaiting their fate. Whatever question you have, you may pose to me, okay? Why are they putting things on the scales? The Scales of Justice are a sacred relic installed as a testament to the alliance between the Von Valentius dynasty on one side and the Adeptus Arbites and the Administratum on the other. Legends say ancient machine spirits dwell within the relic. The Scales of Justice are only used on extraordinary occasions, when an intervention from the rogue trader is necessary. Ceremony dictates that items symbolizing the party's arguments be placed on the scales, and once the verdict is announced, the machine spirits weigh the decision made and show either affirmation or rejection through the position of the scales. However, there has never been an occurrence where the rogue trader and the spirits of the scales were divided on the verdict. It is highly unlikely that such an artifact actually exists. Judging by the design of the device, it is nothing more than a set of regular, albeit enormous, and masterfully crafted weight scales, devoid of machine spirits of any kind. Someone must be secretly manipulating the plates in order to add greater profoundness to the rogue trader's verdict. Give me details about the parties to this conflict. I want to see who among them is trustworthy. As the prefect leans toward you, you get a whiff of ink and candle wax. The doleful host is respected cult of the God Emperor. The Adeptus Ministorum has deemed them to be paragons of virtue, who combat every manner of heresies, and has enlisted their aid in various conflicts. Naturally, the ecclesiarchy stops short of counting them among its warriors, but it uses them in very similar ways. Okay? The Astropathic Choir hardly needs an introduction. They are some of the most valuable servants of the Imperium, without whom any and all communication between your worlds would collapse. The Dagonist Choir took horrific casualties in the recent major warp storm. Master Praz made an enormous effort to at least partially restore communication. While we may not have proof of his innocence, Praz's dedication to his duty is beyond doubt. The old woman locks her shriveled fingers together. As you can see, this is an intricate situation. Yeah, she is not helping at all. You see clearly now that no matter what decision you make, it will backfire on you. However, there is a way to benefit from this. Allow the host to dispense their vigilant justice. Then accuse the Then accuse the fanatics of violating an ancient agreement that forbade the ecclesiarchy from having its own army, and proceed to confiscate the host property. Okay, let me read that again. Allow the host to dispense their vigilante justice, then accuse the fanatics. Okay, yeah. Kill everyone. Or confiscate things belonging to them. Okay. Let's go with 2. Switch on your box. Big this, quick. Ask our ship choir master whether Master Prath of Dagonus has been known to engage in any compromising behavior. At once, Lord Captain. The Palace of Justice falls silent for several minutes, until Vigdis' voice returns. Choir Master Vice has known Master Prath for quite a long time. He has made a very measured statement, to the effect that for some time now, the mental images conveyed by Prath have taken on a shade of profound anxiety, and have become more aloof and detached overall. Zachary Weiss attributes this to Prath's horrific experience during the warp storm, but he is less than completely sure that there is still something that sets the Dagonist Choir Master's messages apart from those of his fellow survivor. I want to hear my returners' opinions. Lord Captain, without a Choir Master, the power of Dagonus Astropath would be significantly diminished. And yeah, I agree. Unless a worthy replacement is found for Master Prath, he cannot be executed. The seneschal thrones. There is a Korda world that owes us an old debt which can be repaid with a seasoned astropath who can make the request although it would leave the planet in question with barely any means of communication. Yeah, but the planet doesn't belong to me. Let me check again. Okay. Both parties have shown disrespect for the Imperium's authority. The doleful host is engaging in mob justice, and the defendant did not even deign to stand trial in person. Sentence them both to death. That would be the optimal outcome. Adira hugs herself, rocking back and forth. No more does the blind man listen to the distant light, concealed behind the false god. Abomination lies at his heart. It is burning, burning, burning. The Psyker's entity body shudders. Oh, my, Lord Captain. Looks like our astropath really is lost to corruption. Okay, thank you, Adira. I swear he's hiding something under that robe of his. Either an amulet or some unholy mark. And those rabid zealots are going to find it on him, alive or dead. But the little voices are laughing, saying you may kill the traitor, but don't expect any good to come of it. I heard you, and I am ready to pass my judgment. As you wish, your lordship. What is to face the death penalty? Let me see. Okay, let's see what I can get. Security, holy gifts. Okay, I don't really care. I'm going to choose what is best. Okay. I like 3. I like 4 too. Okay, let me read the 5. Let us see Sister Jute prove her faith. He may execute wrath if she acknowledges that the host is a minor army of the ecclesiarchy. For indeed it is one in essence. If the sister agrees, then upon press execution, the doleful host will be sentenced to exile and expropriation, lest they be tempted to take up arms again. Okay, maybe this one is better? I don't know the consequences, so I think I'm going to go with that's tough. I think I'm going to go with 5. Yeah, let us see Sister Jude prove her faith. She may execute wrath if she acknowledges that the host is a minor army of the ecclesiarchy, for indeed it is one in essence. If the sister agrees, the upon press execution, the doleful host will be sentenced to exile and expropriation, lest they be tempted to take her arms again. spoken like a true heir to Lady Theodora, who could squeeze gold out of a rock. Sister Jute will never recant her statement. She will have no choice but to accept your condition. Yeah, I think that was a good choice. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. The prefect proceeds matter of factly to the next scroll. The court will now hear petition CR 154733, restated. The petitioner is Cardinal Anvilas. Your arguments, please, Cardinal. The gaunt man raises his bloodshot eyes at you. For a moment, all sounds cease, even the scratching of the countless servo-skull squeals. The man's gaze is full of a pain so strong and undiluted that your breath sighs in your throat. I am impure, O Emperor's anointed one. I am beset by impure thoughts, but no one believes my confessions. I have been giving away the treasures I possess, only for people to bring me more. Worse still is the knowledge that I am leading people astray. They look at me and believe a state of perfect grace is attainable, while I am very tired. What kind of thoughts do you have? Okay, let me read again. I beset impure thoughts, but no one believes my confessions. Okay, he has been giving away the treasure he possesses, only for people to bring him more. Okay. Worse still is the knowledge that I am leading people astray. Okay, they look at me and believe a state of perfect grace is attainable, while I am very tired. Okay. The Cardinal blinks away a tear and continues. But most terrible of all is that my brethren, the preachers of the Coronus Expense, see me as a holy man. The delusion has been so persistent that they sent a petition to Holy Terra, asking that I be made a saint. That was when I became firm in my decision to submit to torture in front of my congregation, thus reminding them that no holiness exists unless bestowed as a gift by the God Emperor. Even clerics of my rank can and must repent, thus becoming more pure every day. Please, allow me to undergo mortal torture in his name in front of my parishioners. Am I hearing this correctly? Is the Cardinal asking to be tortured to death for his wickedness? That is correct. In addition, he insists on your subjects bearing witness to it, as a lesson to them, so to speak. To refuse a cardinal is impious in itself, but to execute one who is a saint in all but name... Okay, I see. You devise an elegant rendering of the sentence, one that will convince everyone that you are in the right, and save you from being branded a saint killer. All you must do is accuse the cardinal of intending to murder an all but canonized individual. Oh, that is... it's wicked. Okay, let me see. It's J, right? Yeah, always J. Let's see. What does my retinue have to say? According to Lex Imperialis, a candidate saint may personally challenge their sainting by petitioning the Ecclesiarch of Holy Terra. Sidestepping the head of the imperial cult is a violation of the Emperor's law. Since astrobatic communication with the rest of the Imperium has been disrupted, I propose to put Cardinal Anvilas on a ship that crosses the Maw so that he can submit his request with every formality observed. But Solomon, the Maw is closed. Exactly. That does nothing to diminish the stipulations of the Lex Imperialis. Besides, following the letter of the law absolves you of the necessity of tainting your hands with the blood of a potential saint. Either the cardinal will cross the Maw, thus providing his sainthood, or he will perish if the emperor wills it. As you can see, the Lex Imperialis has all the answers. I am ready to pass my judgment. Yeah, Sebran is the one to be judged here. Attention, the rogue trader speaks. Let me see what I can get. Security, don't really care. Efficiency, okay. Let's see. Not one. Maybe two. Yeah, I like 4. It's wicked. Cardinal and Vilas. In seeking permission to torture a holy man, you are violating both secular and ecclesiastic law. For that, I sentence you to death. A modicum of respect can be glimpsed in the prefect's gaze in your direction. A very balanced decision. It sets a precedent that, through reasoning by analogy, will help in optimizing other court cases on Dargonis. Okay, thank you. This one. The rogue trader has made his decision. Arbitrators carry it out. It's already done. Let us move on the last case for today. The court will now hear case DP 16467. Lady Moles Secundas against the late Lord Moles. Lord Moles being deceased, he will be represented by his progeny, Agartha and Silas Moles. Representative for the parties will present their arguments following standard procedure. Your Lordship, I am Lady Moles Secundas. Only 8 cycles ago, a man broke into my house, posing as my husband, the late Lord Moles. Contrary to what I know, he denies that he was killed by pirates. Instead, he purportedly survived, thanks to the God Emperor's providence. However, I hold here his death certificate, issued by the administratum, which clearly states that my husband passed away. I demand that this fraud be executed. Okay? The woman belligerently waves around a scroll on which the words declared dead are clearly visible. The arguments are acknowledged and shall be weighed on the scales of justice. The representative will retreat to the chapel of patience to await the verdict. Your Lordship, our father did survive. He really was captured by pirates who were going to demand ransom, but the Imperial Navy managed to board the ship and rescue him. After he went missing, our mother, Lady Moles, arranged for a death certificate before we received the good news. Now we are in the humiliating position of having to prove that our father is alive, while our mother is living with her new husband, Lord Secundas, and has taken over our family business. We implore you to restore Lord Moles to his life and name. He is humbly awaiting your decision in the chapel of patience. All arguments have been acknowledged. Let the rogue trader's verdict be delivered. What does Lord Moles have to say? The prefect plays a vox recording on one of the servo skulls. The soft voice is interspersed with static, but you are able to make out the words. I am Moles. When the pirates captured me, I thought I was doomed, but fate proved to be more gracious than that. I hurried home only for my own house by my servants and learned that Lady Moles had already had me declared dead and married Lord Secundas. She had also taken control of our everything. Agartha and Silas have recognized me. I am losing my mind. What does the Moles family do? The prefect turns on one of her countless data slates. The Moles family manufactures nutritional rations. They supply the Astra Militarum as well as wards that have no food production of their own. With the Lord at the helm, they covered the needs of 3 regiments and 5 wards. Now, it is 5 regiments and 12 wards. One might say Lady Moles Secundas has done much better than her husband did. I see. Lady Moles Secunda's talents are self-evident. She could easily boost production on any planet. What might be called a promotion under the guise of punishment would bring tangible benefits. You just so happen to think of several backwater wards that have good potential but lack the capable stewardship to match it. Let my retinue speak now. How could the woman have possibly known for sure her husband would make it out of a major dust-up like that? The business had grown to a halt, so she took things in her own hand. Actually, Shireen, on Efrit, you are allowed to take several spouses, precisely in case this happens. It would be a trifle for you to amend the laws of Lady Moles Secunda's homeworld. Let her continue to fill your coffers. She is more than able to handle 2 husbands. Interesting. If Lady Moles Secundas is right, then her children are the impostor's accomplices and are guilty of defaming the authenticity of administratum documents. No, Solomon has enough sang-froid in him for a regiment. Let the woman know that her heirs must face the same fate as the criminal, for so stipulates the Emperor's law. This is harsh justice. The case is clear to me now. I am ready to pass my verdict. All will be silent. What is your decision, your lordship? Let me see what I can... I like J answer. Yeah. Let's read what I can say. I'm not going to choose one. Not 2. Okay. Let's read 3. I'm not going to choose 4. Or maybe I'm going to choose 4. I'm going to choose a J proposition. J's ID is excellent. Let Lady Moles Secundas have 2 husbands, and let her growing production output continue to be a blessing to the Protectorate. The dumbstruck prefect opens and closes her mouth like a fish out of water. I'm struggling to comment on that. Will somebody share the incredible news with Lady Moles Secundas? This session is now concluded. At the last attendants leave the courtroom, the prefect turns to you with a delighted expression. Lady Theodora held court sessions like this to strengthen her subject faith in the Lex Imperialis and their fear of breaching it. A most useful practice, wouldn't you agree? Let me check. Let's go with 3. It was amusing at first, but not for long. If we are finally done, I will take my leave. Of course, your lordship. I dare not take up any more of your time.
And done.
The cogitator is filled with data on the workings of the Palace of Justice, listing things such as the names of servants and details of executions. The number of people entering the building is always greater than that of those leaving it. Okay.
I tread a path unexplored.
Okay. It's something else? No. Okay, let's continue over there. Lore Imperium.
My pleasure.
Excerpts from the Lex Dargonus with Addenda. The changes, personally signed by Theodora von Valancius, reflect the current situation in the Cronus Expanse.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Is the threat of death the only thing that can make you abide by your own laws? What other sentient creatures realize intuitively you enforce through violence?
Do not compare the absolute of the Lex to Xenos instincts. The perfection of the Emperor's law is such that it is not meant to be comprehended, but it is meant to be followed, willingly or otherwise.
Can I speak? To appropriate another's possessions is a transgression against his will, for he has divided all of humanity into those who are worthy of having said possessions, and those who are not.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Jay, if you please.
A job for me.
The cogitator is filled with the personal data of the executed. All their possessions have been meticulously accounted for and deposited in the storerooms of the administratum. Okay,
Only a fool sees the scales as a symbol of impartial judgment. A wise person knows that a deft hand will always tip the scales in the right direction.
these monumental scales barely fit inside the Palace of Justice. They were crammed into the hall after the Adeptus Arbitis arrived.
Intriguing.
Okay. This time-worn piece of paper bears a petition of some sort. You manage to make out only a fragment. Then he treacherously intruded upon the ancestral territories of House Caprak and wrought destruction therein. The list of damages is headed by but not limited to 3 saboteurs of ancient make, 5 armored vehicles, and 10 cogitators whose machine spirits are beyond recovery. Consequently, we demand that House Sauerback be penalized for an amount thrice covering the damage inflicted. In support of our accusation, we provide the following. To kill with the intent of enriching oneself is a crime. To kill for a righteous cause is a deed to be honored and exalted.
The world will bow.
Is this the Lex Imperialis? I expected something heftier.
These are merely excerpts from a few chosen paragraphs. The Lex itself is so vast that all of Dargonus' spires could not hold it.
Lying is a transgression that burdens the soul of one who commits it. Lying to a superior is a crime against the Imperium itself, for it disrupts its blessed structure.
And done.
Financial reports. The procurement data does not match up with the spending. But this has been gracefully covered by way of a shrinkage column.
I sense something nearby.
One and it's done.
Okay. Is it useful? The wielder gains bonuses based on the number of adjacent allies wielding the steel triode. 1 ally, plus 2 deflection, plus 10 block. This is not bad. 2 allies, the combat master talent. Okay, let me see what it is. This creature switches negative effects. Yeah, I know this one. Okay. 10% block. Area attack damage suffered reduced by 13. Shield allow. Yeah, we know about this. Could be good for Solomon, I guess. What do you have at the moment? Yeah, this is better. In fact, let me check. Whenever the wielder blocks an attack, the attacker must pass an agility resistance test. Yeah, I don't really care about this. Let's go with that. It looks better.
I tread a path unexplored.
Okay, can I do something with the agonist now? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I have to click on it. Okay. The planetary authorities wish to found a new settlement that would expand their influence on the planet. Okay. Oh, I need plastic. Come on, man. Okay, but this is even better. Inspire the people to support construction efforts. As a collective initiative, the commoners will help organize the construction efforts, molding a great future for their colony. That's it. Okay. So, there is something over there, but I think I'm going to go... Do I care about this? Let me check if I can find something. I wasn't paying attention, but no, I don't think this is it. Okay, let's go back. I think I'm going to go to Footfall. Let's go, I guess. Yeah, walk roll. Let's make it safe, this one, to be able to detect it on the map. And then let's visit the place. I think I need to talk to Opticon 22 for a specific mission. Okay. I think this is... Yeah, this is the dock. I need to go to the dock. Yeah, why not? Maybe let's go with Pascal on this one.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening the diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Let's see, show the data slate. Okay, not crazy, but let's see if I can do it more. Okay, how many times? Okay, it's done. I must take my leave. The Omniseia knows all, comprehends all. Yeah, I think it was worth it. Let's see, I want to make a trade deal. Yeah, I'm 70. Okay. I don't really care about that for now. Let's go back.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Okay. Back to the Cornice Expanse. And I think we are going to go to Palatium Stellos to answer the call for help from Grantus. I could go... I mean, let's take the long road. During the warp journey, the augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's void ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it was a strangely shaped vessel of Xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the augurs to observe the shimmering energy sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished in the depth of the Sea of Souls. The Hematarium released us from its grip, this time. Okay, I don't know what to expect, so maybe I'm going to change my shields. Let's go with the kinetic one. Yeah, repulsor shield. Let's go with this one. Can I do something over here? Okay, okay. Let's continue. A fire broke out on one of the decks during the warp voyage. The raging disaster consumed the entire chamber, destroying precious cargo and damaging the entire plating. No guilty parties were found. While clearing out the rubble, a few people claimed the soot on the plasteel beams formed lines in a cryptic alien language not known to humans. The delirious workers were executed and their bodies disposed of in the proper manner. The ship left the hostile Hematarium and returned to real space. Okay. Let's see the colony. Okay. I don't think I can do something over there. Kiwagama? Okay. Lord Captain, a strange anomaly has been detected on Kiwagama. A series of orders defined as Procedure 0C has forced itself into the production algorithms. The servants of the Omnissiah define its execution status as most sacred, and therefore follow its instructions to the letter. In just one cycle, cells were erected in all the manufacturers, connected by cogitators, or more precisely, their computing channels. This network forms a pattern similar to those applied to the digital cells of machine spirits. The 0C procedure commands Magi with an above average psi receptivity index to enter the cells. Those tech priests who take their seats in the cells fall into a blissful data dream and begin to sing binary hymns, very similar to those that periodically wired from the warp vox of Cubis Delphim. The performance of the manufacturers has dropped. Many of the machine god servants have abandoned their post and are pleading for the privilege of fulfilling procedure 0C, but the enforcers have taken custody of the cells and ward these volunteers away from them. What do we know about this procedure? Could it be part of Delphim's legacy? We cannot trace the source of the signal that activated the procedure or identify its purpose. The tech priests oppose the idea of studying the procedure as it violates the sacrament. Supposedly, the minds of the Magi immersed in the cells are involved in some grand-scale computation. The servants of the Omnissiah have tested the planet's cogitational network 7 times with purifying algorithms of varying degrees of severity, proclaiming it clean. Your most trusted servants, those toiling in the secret workroom on the planet, also found the code of the procedure free of corruption, and were highly keen to learn more about it. Interesting. Perhaps my advisors have a few words to share. You say these cells need to be filled with high psi sensitivity tech priest? Sure, but why use our own servants? Just check out a few remote stations and outposts. Look for cogs who were banished as unfit, and you will find 3 times as many more suitable candidates than in the manufacturers. Psi receptivity rarely goes hand in hand with high rationality, and such tech priests often end their careers in some backwater. They are singing? It is surprising that your race was able to achieve such an harmonious form of interaction with crafted tools. My kinsmen too use psycho-acoustic harmonics to guide our creations. I am not a bone singer myself, but I might be able to tell your servant of certain principles that define the sound of the universe. I find this sacrilegious succession to be in breach of the Data Unity Protocol. That's why you were not invited to Kiavagama. You need to think differently, Pascal. Let's see what I can gain. Armor of refraction. Heavy armor, not for everyone. This carapace granted the wearer 1 deflection and 1 and plus 10% armor if the wearer has moved during their turn. Okay, so it's a good armor. Plus 2 deflection against human enemies, okay. Secret of Ancient Cybersmith. All allies deal plus logic divided by 15% more energy and machine damage. Interesting. For Pascal. Okay. Abolisher of Procedure 0C. All allies deal plus 10% more damage to machine creature, necrons and targets with the Reject the Flesh feature. Even the Omnissiah metal spirits do not dare to force their will upon the rogue trader. Okay, this is the best one, but it's this is the best one. I think I'm going to go with Pascal on this one. For the buff. Take all the Magi out of their cells and destroy these cells immediately. Or maybe this is out of character, so I'm not going to do it. Let's go with Elliot. Okay, Elliot, share the wisdom of your kinsmen with my people. Yeah, let's stay in character, even if this reward is really good. We will see if the monkey are capable of learning from the civilized. The Dynasty Servants began their investigation, seeking to determine the nature and purpose of the mysterious procedure. Awestruck, they encountered ancient creations of data smithing impossible in the current times, but could not fathom the wisdom of the digital archaeotech. The blasphemous study of Xenos knowledge undertaken as part of the investigation led to a series of heretical acts of creation. The tempted minds of the Magi sought to apply the secrets of the Eldari to their research. The culprits were servotorized and the results of their work placed in a protected, forbidden catalog. Can I do something else over there? No, I can do this. Do I want to do this? Not really. Let's continue. Okay. Grantis, here we come. Okay. Oh, let's take Elliot on this one. Yeah, let's go with them.
Embrace true power.
The body is lying face down, its crooked fingers clinging to the ground. The woman had her spine broken. Then she was allowed to crawl, in the vain hope of escape.
The world will bow.
The dead nobleman is staring at the sky with unblinking eyes. Her fingers have been thoroughly broken. In a tangle of intestines lies atop a slashed abdomen. The corpse is missing its eyes, nose, and lips. Judging by the maimed mouth, the teeth and tongue were also torn out before death. Yeah, this is a massacre.
We have come here by a dark invitation. The black dragon stirs in the shadows, drinking blood, waiting for you.
Someone split the man's thorax.
Idira, pull yourself together. The governor sent out a call for help. No such entreaty can be considered dark.
Yeah, I agree with the idea around this one. Someone split the man's thorax open and turned his ribs inside out.
I tread a path unexplored.
None are better at searching.
Jay is doing
My
demolition,
pleasure.
that's crazy. How much do you have in demolition? Okay. 110. How are you doing demolition? Maybe it was Xenos? I didn't check. Yeah, I guess it was Xenos, right? Yeah, yeah. It was Xenos, I suppose.
Let's seize the opportunity.
What do I have on Severan? Okay. Bloom. Yeah. Okay. Marjai.
At last. You took your time coming to meet me, monkey.
He did. I was in no hurry. The Xenos, in ornate black armor, turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood spatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretch into a crooked, unpleasant smile. At last, as he said, you took your time coming to meet me, monkey. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in a low Gothic.
Hold your foul tongue, abomination. Such filth will not use that tone with the Emperor's chosen.
Yeah, one Xenos is enough. Abelard is white with fury.
Why? I sent an invitation. By way of the cattle that dwelt on this world. And the chosen has so obediently appeared. How are my words anything but the truth? One of my soft-bodied kin. What meager offering tempted you to lower yourself to attending these animals? Or does their company remind you of being among your lost brothers and sisters?
Ouch.
What do you know about my brothers and sisters, Dark One?
Only that they wander blind and helpless, robbed of their home and hope. But why am I telling you this? Isn't it your duty to watch over your kin, outcast?
My, this beast can speak our language.
Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I'm about to tell you. How is it that out of all of your kind, you're the only one to discover our feasts in advance? Usually you're all so slow and sluggish that my kin always have enough time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way.
He pauses, waiting for your answer. For your answer.
If a Drukari took a shine to me, Shireen, I'd know to expect nothing good out of it. You are too popular, even with your enemies.
Aggravating, is it not? Having someone best you at your own game.
Do not try my patience, monkey.
I command substantial resources.
I suppose you are forthright in that regard. But simple riches do not change the fact of your weak, short-sighted, deficient nature. No, there is another reason why the monkey have so suddenly become so astute. I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours, once and for all. You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach, where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wreck, stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed.
Thank you, Solomon. Oh, you finished pontificating? I think I dozed off there for a second. Do you mind repeating the whole thing from the start? The mask of composure vanishes from the Xenos face, spitting out a florid, vehement tirade. He draws his weapon.
A fleeting flame
He shot
before
at me.
my tempest. The sound of frightened, tantalizing.
Okay. Let's see. Who is first? Ah! They are quite far. Can you do something? Okay. You know what? I'm going to try. If I die, what do you have in? Okay, this is I should be able to target him, right? But I need to access them. So let's go. Yeah, I'm going to try to reach him. If it's not possible, that's okay. J. Abelard. Abelard, maybe over there. Solomon. Elliot. Solomon, maybe Solomon you can go somewhere else. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty... No, I mean... Abelard, you go there. Solomon, you go there. And Abelard, maybe... Abelard, you take the hit. Elliot, you go there. And Idira. Okay. Jay, you take also the hit, I guess. Yeah, this is not a bad place for Jay. It's not a bad place for Idira. Who is first? Jay or... Okay. Okay. Jay. Elliot. And Idira. And the bird, Vesper, you go there. This is good. And this is enough for me. Okay.
Ruin beckons.
Okay, that's enough.
Purpose guides me. One step closer. Accept my offering.
Yep. That's what you do.
I will triumph.
I'm not sure I can... Maybe that was not necessary. Yeah, they are not... I don't like the placement, but...
Guides me.
Okay. 2-1. Okay, I can kill him. I can kill him. And maybe I can do this.
I will triumph.
Okay. Let's see. It was not enough. Close. Okay, let's hide over there, I guess.
I bring agony.
Yeah, Severan took a few hits, but he's still alive.
By your own misery.
Yeah. Okay, who can you shoot? You can shoot him, you can shoot him, you can shoot everyone. Even him. Okay, I don't really care about you. Or you.
This tedium is beneath me.
Yeah. Can you kill him? Yeah.
If I must.
Okay, let's start with this one.
If it serves your cause.
Okay.
I understand your intent.
I forgot one. No? I can't shoot. Okay. I forgot this one, but I can't shoot at him, so let's go with him.
This tedium is beneath. Fortune favors the swift.
Okay, another one. Maybe, let me check. Yeah, I think another one.
If I
And maybe this. A trap.
Woe to you.
What? Okay. Strange. It's not triggering the trap? Thank you.
Pay for this in blood.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Well, let's wake up Glato, maybe.
An arbitrator's dog is hard to kill.
Yeah. Let's go with the one I'm always forgetting. No, this one. Tracking. Yeah. Let's apprehend the... Which one? This one.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Your last stroke of luck.
Okay. Let's do some consolidation.
One of us would be enough.
Okay.
Moving into position. The order is clear.
Nice. And okay. How many stacks do I have? I don't have any, I don't think, right? I have 4 stacks. Okay, not now, but I will do it later. Good. Hydra. Okay. Let's relocate. 1, 2, 3. Should be okay with this. This should be good. Okay. Let's go with the discharge.
Damn. What was the command again? All right.
Yep. Okay. Let's go with this. Maybe this one first.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause.
Okay. No, I don't like that. Let me check. I mean, I could kill them, I guess, but no, let's stay over there. Let's do this. It's better.
Was that you?
Okay.
Or... But of course.
And two to do what? To do this on your enemy.
Anything else?
Yeah, nice one. And let's put them on fire. I can do this.
Is here.
Oh, not bad. Okay. Should have done this earlier, but that's okay.
Will do.
Let's move with that.
What is this foreboding?
Pain is all.
Okay. Interesting.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
What can I give you? Yeah, let's go with this.
Am I getting paid for this?
And 2.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay, let's go with this one.
I am not your Xenos. Ancestors guide me.
And another one.
I can taste my blood.
Okay, that's enough.
Pyromancer.
Abela. Okay, let's say hello to this man.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed.
Yeah, not optimal, but funny. Okay, voilà, Bella. Let's go with this, I guess.
Victory is imminent. It will be done. An exemplary strike.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Are you sure?
A word
At
for
your
a
beck and call.
treasure hunter.
Okay. Okay, one is still over there. Not sure I can. 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to be too. I'm too far, and I don't have anything. So I'm going to go towards you. Before that, let's see.
One step closer.
I can do this on you too.
I need no guidance.
Maybe I need to kill you. Nope.
I will triumph.
Okay.
Ruin beckons. Blood-soaked
Okay.
tribute.
No need to go anywhere, I guess.
If I must. I understand your intent.
I will triumph. I need no. I will delight my masters with your demise. Satisfying demise.
How many? 2? 1, 2. No, I don't think it's going to cut it. Okay, let's go.
Let them tremble. I shall repay your strike, shan't I?
Okay, let's.
I hear you moving. No more.
Where are you? Thirsty? Okay.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Can't move.
The guilty will fall.
Yeah, protect, I guess. No, I'm going to start with this. No. Okay, until next time, so it's not consolidation, I guess. Alright, wrong choice. Yeah.
It won't take long. Mark the target.
Let's protect. Okay, I can't do much.
I know what is to come. Let's see what you can do.
J'ai. Okay, can you make him move? No, you can't. Yeah, maybe she
I
can.
move swiftly to
I'm
strike.
hoping she will be able to kill him. Okay, let's give you all I can. No, that's enough. Okay. Can you shoot at the guy? You can't. 1J.
A moving target lives longer.
Abelard.
My place is at the fore.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Yeah. Can't do much. Can do this.
One step closer.
Yeah, please shoot at me.
Stop hitting me, Ashmak!
Okay.
I move as if unseen. If it serves your cause.
Let's go with this one first.
This tedium is no weakness is hidden from my sight.
Strike.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Nice one. So, let's level up. Cassia is not with us. Solomon is. So, what can you do? What can we do with you? So, this is the last level. And then we are becoming exemplar. So, Overseer, we have chosen before Mob Justice. Let's go with Overcharge. We don't have the choice, but we are going to choose the first upgrade. Whenever the familiar becomes a target of an enemy attack, the Overseer has their damage dealt increased by 2. The effect stacks and lasts until the end of combat. Kibela not with us. Saran. We are going to choose, I think, the last one. Until the end of combat, the Executioner is healed by damage over time effects instead of suffering damage. This is very good for him. The number of wounds restored is equal to the amount of damage that would be dealt by an effect after all modifiers have been applied. Yeah, this is crazy good. Pascal, not with us. Abelard. We have chosen Strength and Power Armor Proficiency during the last episode. And now we are going with the second upgrade. Until the end of combat, every attack grants a stacking plus 2% bonus to critical hit chance. Yeah, let's go with this one. J. We are going to choose the third one. All allies, including the Master Tactician, that have a weapon capable of burst attacks, use a burst attack instead of a single attack against enemies as part of Orchestrated Firestorm or Last Volley. Until the beginning of the Master Tactician next turn, allies automatically dodge all friendly fire. Pretty good. Idira. We have chosen before Weak Earths, and we are going to choose the first upgrade. Whenever the familiar becomes a target of an enemy's attack, the Overseer has their damage dealt increased by 2%. The effect stacks and lasts until the end of combat. I'm wondering if I can hit him, and if I can, but if I am doing it, will it count as damage for this particular effect? I hope so. Let's go with this one. Already done. And Iliets, we are going to choose the third one. Whenever the bounty hunter attacks exactly one target which is marked as prey with Wild Hunt, this attack deals plus 300% damage. Pretty good.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Okay. Let me see. Can you wear it and is it better? The wearer gains plus 2 MP and the Strike of Kernus ability. That's the one I have. Let me check what it is again. I'm not even sure. Yeah, this one was pretty good. And this one plus 15% dodge if the wearer agility is more than 60%, and I think this is the case, right? Yes, it is. It's not the case for now. I'm pretty close, but I don't think I'm going to use it for now. I will use it later, I think. Okay. Grants the wearer plus 5 bonus to persuasion. Whenever the wearer is affected by an ally ability, they gain plus 3 dodge until the end of combat. Also good. I will check it later.
A job for me.
When the wearer kills an enemy with the Finish the Job ability, the wearer gains plus 20% bonus to damage for 1 round and remove the cooldown on their Orchestrated Firestorm and Last Volley abilities. Okay, let me check Finish the Job. Okay, I don't have this one for now.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Okay, same type of weapon and equipment. A pile of mutilated bodies with cut tendons and shattered bones.
The world will bow.
It looks like the warden died before he could even raise his weapon. The dead warden is pinned to the ground with a blade of their own broken dagger. It was plunged right under their chin to ensure that the victim slowly choked to death. The governor's body was masterfully disemboweled. His many implants were removed, after which, judging by the amount of blood, the victim lived for a while longer. That's Magi doing.
I tread a path unexplored.
Keep a sharp eye.
Yeah, thank you for the sharp eye. Deadly Precision, I'm not going to use this one, I think. And this, maybe. All the wearer's attacking ability cost plus 1 AP, but gain plus 20% critical hit chance. No, I'm not going to use that. Okay, I think I'm done. Let's continue.
An expected result.
Okay, we are done with this. Okay, this is new. The Xenos Magi dares to give the Rogue Trader an ultimatum. Fight a final battle in the Cinerus Maleficum Nebula or continue fending off raids. It would be unwise to agree to terms fed by enemies of humanity, but it is permissible if it will mean an end to constant attacks. Let me check where am I? Where I am. So there's something over there, but this is just yeah, the Pilgrim's Way, so and we need to go there. Now this is the cache. Let me check again. Yeah, Cinerus Maleficum Nebula. It was this one, no? No, it's not. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Lapidus Mortuus, last chance. Okay, this is it. Yeah, this is written over there. Okay, this is a good good place. So I guess we are going back to Mundus Valentius. Where am I? Over there. Okay, I could go to Lilletan Passage. Okay. During the period designated as the night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported feeling incredibly tired. Those who were asleep later reported having horrible nightmares. The Xenos Iliet, one of the Lord Captain's personal retinue, was found delirious in one of the ship's bays. She was screaming in her unholy language, her arms raised high above her head, as if she was trying to keep the sky from falling. The enforcers were unable to free her from the trance. Two who attempted to move Iliet were attacked and died instantly. The Xenos regained awareness about 10 hours later. She explained that she had seen her homeworld of Kridarak collapsing around her, and she had been the only one able to hold up its walls. She added that no monkey should ever touch her again without permission, and that in the future she would deal with the call of the warp on her own. The Hematarium released us from its grip this time. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's not... Okay, it's Miro. I don't think I have something to do with there, so let's go to Miro. A warp breach. Ungodly fiends, spreading sorcerous disease, walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, an entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. Okay, I could use the demon engine, fired by the energies of chaos, will tear to shred the creatures of the warp that dare to challenge the Lord Captain. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's go check the place, I think. The rogue trader and his retinue will personally go and face these contemptible foes. Yeah, I guess let's go with them. Yeah. Okay, Nurgle, of course.
There is a fervor in my soul. Purpose guides me.
Okay. Is it... Maybe it was a bad idea. No, it's okay. I'm not going to do that for every one of them, but
Let's seize the opportunity. Your demise is assured.
The Masters demand your death!
okay. Hydra is first. Okay. Okay, a few of them are here too, so... Okay, let's see what I can do. J. Okay. I guess Iliad should stay. She can stay here. Solomon. Yeah, Solomon, you go here. And Gleito. Bella. I'm afraid of Hydra, that's why I'm placing Abela over there. The enemy are not too many, too dangerous. Hydra is. Okay, that should be okay. Elliot. Severan. Yeah, it's becoming a little crowded over there, so... Why Jay has a shield? I'm not sure about this. Let's stay Seran. I'm hoping he will be able to survive. Jay, you go there. Okay, are you affected by Vesper? You are you? You are? You should be. Yeah, that's the case. Okay, let's go with this then. Okay, let's start with this one. Strategic adaptation. Let's go with the discharge.
Quiet, Whispers! It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
This one. Let's go with the buff.
Was that you? Or...
Okay. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, this is better.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Yeah. Well, we have a Plague Bearer now, but I guess we can deal with it. Oh, and we have also a Screamer, okay. And Vesper is down, so let's reactivate him. I can't? Okay, this one I don't understand. That's okay.
Anything else?
Ajira.
On it.
Solomon. Okay.
My resolve is unshaken.
Yeah, it was not the best placement, but hopefully it should be okay. So let's see. Too many points. It's not your case. And then there is you. And there is you, and there is you. Okay. Good placement. Hopefully.
If I must.
I start with this one. Okay. It was a mistake from my part. Should have done
If it
this.
serves your cause.
Yep. Just one more. Maybe let's try. I'm curious about.
I understand.
I'm curious
your
about that.
intent.
Can you kill
I
him?
am not your pet monkey.
Yeah, too far.
If I must.
I am your doom. I serve the ruinous power.
Okay, I understand. Let's see. Please don't die.
I will triumph.
Okay. Okay. And here we go.
The ruin beckons. Pathetic. I need no guidance.
Let me see. I think I'm going to do this. Okay. Can I target you? Yeah, I will have some movement. 1, 2, 3. I think I can do it.
I will triumph. Through chaos, I stride.
Ah, that was a bad idea. Okay.
Purpose guides me. One step closer.
Next time.
Lights, threads. Bodies decay for nothing.
Okay, Bella. Time to stop this
It
heresy.
will be done.
Okay.
At your beck and call.
2. Let's go with this.
It will be done.
Okay. Leto. Attack this man.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Okay. Reduce the dodge. Armor penetration. Let me check. Yeah, why not? Let's try
We've
this
got a
one.
job to do, Glato.
Dodge parry block. I don't really care about that now. Yeah, the bleeding. Let's go with the bleeding.
Accepted.
Stop it!
Okay. Let's go again with yeah, let's go with this. With the bleeding again.
momentum.
Protect. Protect him, I guess. Consolidation. I don't want to do consolidation for now. Strategic adaptation. Okay, maybe let's go with this
we're
one.
undertaking this task.
Okay. G. Let's help Severon, I guess.
Living on the edge.
Okay.
Tell me, and it is done. I can do that with the right incentive.
So, here we go.
I will triumph. I will delight my masters of absolute tribute.
Idiots. Can you do something?
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Okay. Who are they? They are here. Okay. How many do I have? Just one. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm okay with this.
I need no guidance.
Yeah.
Ruin beckons. Death shall reign.
I tried to kill him. How many do I have over there? How many enemies? I'm going to... Yeah, you stay here. You stay here. NJ.
Watch my back. Is that my blood?
How many armor do you have? Yeah. This is J. Okay, let's shoot at him.
Don't get too cocky.
Death to the weak.
Okay. She used to move a little. Let's relocate the bird. Vesper. Purification. Okay. Let's do this one maybe. Okay. And now I think I can do that safely. Why can't I get to... Oh, come on. Okay, let's go with this. Where is the last one? He's dead. Okay, he's dead. So it's not necessary. Let's go with this one, I guess.
Was that you?
Yep. It was nice.
But of course. Anything is.
Idiots.
You will perish for this affront. I understand your intent.
Okay.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause, I am not your zeal. Deal death with my hands.
Only one remaining.
Such is the will of chaos.
Yeah, you're dead.
I will triumph.
Oh. Seriously.
One step closer. I will triumph. What a satisfying demise. Embrace true power.
Do I have to do something with the valve? Let's check the place.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Yeah, not necessary, I think. Okay, I think I have already done this in a previous episode, so
Intriguing.
yeah, I guess it's not necessary. Okay, let's go back.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Okay, before I forgot, let me check something. Because about reactivates, it was very strange. The Overseer chooses an unconscious familiar in the line of sight within a 5 cell radius. That familiar regains 55% of its maximum wounds. Based on what? Based on medic. So maybe he was not unconscious, I guess. I will check it. I will check later. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention maybe. Or enough attention. I think I'm going to upgrade also the other member of my team because I don't know what to expect. So, Elliot, it's done. Idira 2, Jay, done. Abelard, done. Pascal. Pascal, we are going to choose the third option. Whenever the bounty hunter attacks exactly one target, which is marked as prey, with Wild Hunt, this attack deals plus 300% damage. Like Elliot. Same as Elliot. Okay. Kibela. We are going to choose the first one. After the executioner uses Carnival of Misery for any target that has suffered and will suffer damage from the executioner this combat. Their armor does not reduce damage dealt by damage over time effect. Pretty good. Unmixed. Deceased. Argenta. We are going to choose the second one. Until the end of combat, every attack grants a stacking plus 2% bonus to critical hit chance. And Cassia, we are going to choose the third one. All allies in the selected area also gain plus 20% dodge reduction and armor penetration. Yeah, this is good. Let me check again. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so we are over there and we need to reach this place. So I could yeah, let's make a path from Dagonis, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. Let me check the ship. Yeah, it's everything is in order. The warp jump was a success, but the Voxmaster reported the following incident. Beautiful blossoming vines had covered the deck and bulkheads in loading bay 6. 2 workers had bent down to take a better look at the flowers, and the vines had devoured their faces before strangling them. The bay was then sealed and purged. The Immaterium released us from its grip, this time. Okay. Which one? Maybe let's go over there for the reward, I guess. No, maybe. I'm not sure. I hope this is not already Act 3. The engine decks were transformed into exotic gardens, several chambers sprouted foliage, vaguely resembling the plants on Terra. Although they exhibited a glass-like surface polished to a mirror sheen, while reflections in the plants perfectly copied the surrounding object, they did not show a single living being. Those who peered into them saw grotesque, blood-covered creatures instead, not unlike bloated abyssal fish with a pair of clawed limbs, sometimes more. Unable to destroy the sinister growth, the Voidsmen covered it with plasteel hoods until leaving the Immaterium, finally ridding the vessel of the corruption. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Okay, enemies of humanity. It looks like it's not pirate. It looks like Eldari, right? But yeah, I don't really know about this one. I think I'm going to stick with Eldari, but I could be wrong. Yeah, let's go over there first. Xenotech. Do I want Xenotech? I don't really. Chart runes have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building materials, layout, and passages betray their Xenos origin. There are currently no signs of Xeno activity on the planet, and the runes seem to be abandoned. Run a detailed scan. The burnt husk of the Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot's remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. Let me see. Martyr's Temerity. After being rammed, the enemy warship deals minus 10% less damage and has its chance reduced by 15%. Both effects last 2 rounds, okay? The ship's ramming prow is filled with indomitable fury from the bones of a martyr who fell upon a settlement of abominable Xenos. Okay, let me see. Sister Argenta believes the crew has found the remains of a martyr who sacrificed themselves to protect humanity from the Xenos threat. She proposes to erect a monument and hold a service in their honor. J. Diary is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery and believes they would have been honored to have their equipment serve new generations in the fight against Xenos and Heretics. Kibela claims that the pilot's fierce and fearless spirit has not departed the remains to go to the Undying One. She proposes to honor the hero and decorate the bow of the flagship with their bones, so that they may continue to fight the enemies of humanity in death. And the Lord Captain ordered that the runes and crash site are to be left alone. No, I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to go with Jay. So Jay Diary is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery and believes they would have been honored, and I agree, to have their equipment serve new generations in the fight against Xenos and Heretics. What do we have? Archaeotech Lasgun. Yeah, we'll have to check this. It doesn't look very good, but still. These boots grant the wearer plus 5 toughness. Collision damage caused by the wearer is increased by 3. Based on what? Based on toughness. Yeah, it could be interesting for Abella. Not the best one, but close examination reveals a few precious Archaeotech items. Unfortunately, removing them destroyed the pilot's remains. White shards of bone are now scattered among the burned-out runes. Okay, let's go. Let's check this one. A vigilant member of the Ogre crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. Why can't I send out a boarding shuttle, I guess? The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's system, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any wire cast, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Heretic claims to have recognized the symbols on the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from Craft World Krudarak. Plasteel, don't care. Same for Adamantine. Plasteel 8, I want this one. Let's fight. So, is it Eldari? Yes. Okay. That's good for me. I am first, but do I want to go there? No. Okay, let's try to do this. That's not what I wanted to do, I made a mistake. That's okay. It's is this one? Yeah. Okay, I think we are done. Focused effort. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, just go in front of the torpedoes. Okay. So yeah, that was horrible from me. It's really bad. So I'm forced to do this. Maybe this one is better for me, but and then I can, yeah, maybe. Everything is not horrible. Could be dead. Of course you are not. Yet. Okay. Let's go with this one, I guess. Can I do something over there? Warp tunneler, I guess? Not really. I don't want to do that. Almost. Good job. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I can do the. I guess I can do the same. Okay. I want to try this one. I'm not sure it's going to work, but let's go. Let's try this. Yeah, I don't think it worked. Okay. I thought you would be dead, but I guess I'm wrong.
under that fire. Do something.
Okay. They're eating pretty hard. Let's do this. Okay, I don't think I'm forced to move over there. Okay. So now I just have to pray. I guess. Wrong. I missed. Should have used this one. Yeah, I wanted to use this one, but okay, good. Let's repair it. Let's see. No, can't upgrade it. Okay. What is this? Twists of Fate. I don't know when I got this. Once per combat after ramming an enemy void ship, an additional ultimate ability can be used. All of the flagship's ultimate cooldown bars are restored by 20%. 25. Okay. Let's chart new routes. Let's make this safer. Do I want to do that? Maybe not. That's trouble. A trickle of disturbing news came from the Navigator's Sanctum over the last few days. Allegedly, there is a vast shadow following the void ship through the depth of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified Leviathan had emerged from the rolling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. Trust in the Navigator's talent. Trust Cassia. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from the Sanctum Navis, by following the Astronomican's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien will at the same time. The guide managed to pry the void vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp and execute an emergency translation to real space, with minimal losses among the crew and new insight into the nature of warp entities. Yeah, 2 navigator insight, good. Let's chart new routes. And let's visit the place. An unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmission by releasing unknown radiation, most likely of Xeno origin. The cogs are reporting. If you want to get a closer look, we need to close the distance between the vessel and the object. Okay. Okay, this is the reward coming from Elliot. Scorpion Chin Sword. This is a good one. This is for Kibela. Yeah, it's a chain weapon, so plus 25 critical damage, and the damage, the raw damage is also good. So pretty interesting. Cloak of Shadows. Whenever the wearer deals damage with an attack of opportunity, they gain the Shrouded effect. This effect does not stack. Shrouded. As long as the wearer has the Shrouded effect, when becoming the target of an attack, they automatically dodge. After that, the Shrouded effect is removed. Okay. I really don't know what it is. Promethium. I don't need it. At first, it looked like the snowy and desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but the yellow and orange flickering of the lumens and the notification from the augur system informed the officers there was a small colony that survived in spite of the harsh climatic conditions. All attempts to hail the colony have failed. Send out a scouting party. The explorers report the dismal condition of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale. Their icy blue eyes see practically no color. Their language is rough and guttural, and their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except a stew made from local roots and mosses. And yet they are subjects of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for his emissaries. Find out what happened to the world. The local elders woefully reminisced about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered in their mother wombs when snow first settled on the verdant fields. Hail ruined the crops and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by birds and other small animals. Most people in large cities perished, unable to warm themselves and their families. They say the governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of winter, taking all the provisions and fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from this dying world. The stars remained deaf to the messages transmitted by the planet's Vox station. These abandoned subjects of the Imperium still managed to save the machines and other valuables, but they were a little use without a supply of promethium, and yet Those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulation that the God Emperor had bestowed upon them. Okay, I think Severan will take any machinery from the colonists and abandon them on the freezing world. I think at this point Severan will take anything he can. Take any machinery you can find. Your people had little difficulty subduing the locals. Nobody had the strength to resist. Gaunt and exhausted by their miserable lot, they dolefully watched as the invaders carried away the wealth, machines, and possessions laboriously scrounged together by generations of their ancestors. The shuttles, glutted with their society's toil, soared high above the oppressive clouds, far out of reach. There was nothing left to help them survive. But who cares about other people's misery? Region Cineris Maleficum Material Internal Void Ship Communications Log. Lookout. Bridge, we have an unknown object, dead ahead. Not an asteroid, clearly artificial in nature, but it's larger than Footfall Station. Copy that. Report relayed to officer on duty and pilots. Lookout. Expect visual soon. Bridge, we have visual. What the... Incoherent whispering. Bridge, lookout. This is the Boxmaster. In adding the pilots, senior officers and the Lord Captain to this channel, His Lordship wishes to assume personal command. Lookout, Lord Captain, we have requested intel on the object from the Augur Array module, awaiting their response. Lord Xenos, and yeah, Jay is covering everything. Let me see what I can do. Oh, it's a webway. Okay, okay. Lord Captain, on the line. No need to engage the augurs. I know what it is. It's called a webway gate. Officer Station. J. Eldari speaking. Sherin, what we see here is a portal to the Xenos world. They call the webway. A treacherous place full of Azi and other nasty things. Plus, I hear they don't call it the webway for nothing. No Imperial ship can last an hour in there before it gets horribly lost with no hope of finding its way again. Officer Station, Iliad here. This gate is just like the one you saw on the Lilletan. The children of Azurian wander the void through such constructs, erected in ancient times. Any ship that passes through such a portal will enter a tangle of path fathomable to none but my kin. Take cues. Is there an augur report? Bridge. According to available data, the object consists of an unknown material foreign to the Imperium. We are registering an unknown class of energy profile. The engineers are at a loss, about how this technology works exactly. But they did specify that the energometry suggests that the system is holding an active charge. The object appears ready to do whatever it's designed to do. What is this? What is the senior officer's take on this? Officer Station. J. Eldari speaking. Sherin. I know about this. Can we activate this device somehow? But it is already activated. Requesting response from the Engineum. Bridge. Apologies, Lord Captain. The tech priests have refused even to consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the Omnia's tenets and an extremely dangerous undertaking. Bridge. Perhaps a certain companion of yours could. Officer Station. Even if I knew the secret of this gate, I would never surrender it to the monkey. The webway is our king's sacred refuge, and a deadly trap to those such as you, Elantak. No, I don't want to fire on this. Enough mysteries. We are changing course and moving out. Yes, Lord Captain. Maneuver engines, changing course. Urgent report from the engineers on the Augur deck, detecting an energy spike of an unknown nature. Cogitator network overloaded. Peripheral systems offline. Lookout, confirming visual changes. The gate! It's... What is that? Lord Captain, we are detecting activity near the object. Observations indicate that the signatures are very similar to ships, Lord Captain. Xenos ship. Alright, let's go. Battle station. Lord Captain's orders. Prepare for maneuvering. Shields to max. Engines to max. Fire on the enemy on my mark. Only... Wait! What is that? Look out. Lord Captain, alert. Another Xenos ship inbound. We must be a boarding party. Bridge, what? Where did it come from? Look out. It was hiding nearby. It closed in undetected while we were distracted by the construct. It's right by us. It's aiming for the engines module. Bridge, Lord Captain, emergency, confirming contact with the enemy ship in the engine area. Yeah, this is a fight. It was a trap. How many ships? That's the question. Okay, only 2. Okay, let's see. So this time I think I can mess with you. Should be able to go there, okay. Okay. One more, I guess. Okay. Well, maybe it's not going to work as planned, but... Ah, come on. It was so close. Okay, forgot about this. Let's say hello. I really like the animation in this one.
I can see crimson lights in the void.
Okay, it's not over. Someone is coming. But where are they? Okay, you are here. Okay, I should not have done this, but too late. Corsair escort. Who are you escorting? Almost done. Goodbye. Okay, it's not finished. But no one is here. Okay. Okay, you are here. Can I target you? I don't think I can, right? I can target you. Oh no, yeah, I think... But this is a new... What am I doing? Okay, another one. Okay, you are here.
All clear. Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Well, they keep coming. Okay. I'm guessing I'm going to go... Yeah, let's do this. I'm pretty far, I mean...
They pale before our mastery of the void.
Okay, not the most difficult fight. Yeah, it was a Bladedancer. A Bladedancer ship. Lord Captain, we have dealt with the void ships of these beasts, but the Xenos boarding party has landed on the ship. They are advancing steadily toward the plasma drive. The enforcers are being overrun. They are asking for reinforcements. If we do not help them, these fields will destroy our vessel from the inside.
People go on and on about Xenos this and Xenos that. But I look at you, Iliet, and I think you look like a human, albeit a dangerously skinny one.
A degrading comparison, monkey. You are the call of Cylon Thrash in a corporeal shell. You could tear the veil apart at any moment. We are as alike as a snowy mountain peak and dirt on the sole of a shoe.
She was trying to be nice. Lacerated bodies in tattered coveralls bearing the initials of the Void Ship dynasty that served this section. Okay.
I tread a path unexplored.
Yes, I can't. Maybe I can go there.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Cut off the power?
And done.
Okay. Well, let's say hello. Mon monkey, look my kin, they can't wait to die. We're going to see about that. Do not rush me, or we will perish alongside them.
Your kind has no place in the galaxy.
Okay. Cabinet specialist. Cavalier heavy. Iliad. Iliad is eager to fight, I guess. So you are going to stay here? Or maybe not. What are you doing over there? I think you are coming here. Or no, maybe it's not a good idea. Can you shoot at me? I don't think. Okay, let's check again. I don't think you can target me. Okay. You don't. Okay. So maybe let's go over there. Okay. Next one, Severin. Severin. Maybe here. Okay, maybe J. J, you can take a few hits, I think. Let's try. He should be able to take a few hits now. Ah ben là. Solomon, I'm not so sure. Should be, but yeah, maybe let's try. And Idira, let's put you here. Look up on me.
My blood sings in anticipation.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that.
I approach the designated position.
Can I kill him?
If I must.
Not sure.
If it serves your cause.
Yeah, let's try.
I understand your intent.
It's going to be difficult.
You on the art of pain.
So
I am not your fortune favors the swift.
I can't. Yeah. So let's try to do this. Yeah, let's do this. You're next.
If it serves your cause.
Ooh. Sorry, Elliot.
Soul belongs to the Infinity Circuit.
Your death is approaching. Nobody escapes us.
Just a minor setback.
Okay. She's not going to die. It's close. She will have one wound remaining, but I guess that's enough to survive. Okay, let's go here. No. Do this.
I need no guidance.
Okay,
Purpose guides me.
let's do the Mambo Jumbo.
Ruin beckons. Descend upon the weak. Woe to you. Purpose guides me.
Okay, Elliot.
if I must.
Okay. I guess he will be dead. Maybe.
I will triumph.
Of course he's going to be.
I need no guidance. Death shall reign.
Don't touch that. Okay. Yet. We can hide a little now.
Swift and silent.
Let's place a trap. And let's hide. Let's go back.
Purpose guides me.
J. Okay, J took a few hits, but nothing too crazy.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Okay.
Tell me, and it is done.
Maybe I should not be buffing her because she's wounded, but let's try. Yeah, let's go
I
with you.
am not your zenith. Are you moving? No more.
Yeah, more wounds. You can't target him? Not sure why. Alright, let's go with you then. Okay, maybe... okay.
I understand your ancestors guide me.
Tear your heart out for this.
I'll deal death with my hands.
Revenge. Okay, Jay. Oh, you can stay here.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Ah, ben là. Okay, I think this is time to say hello. Maybe let's wait. Let's do this.
I will do my duty.
Okay.
Follow my lead.
Oh, this is yeah. Could be more difficult than expected. Yeah, only 50, so let's try.
It will be done.
You will not withstand my vengeance!
I mean, you're down.
At your beck and call.
Shush.
Victory is imminent.
You will not withstand my vengeance!
Okay. So let's go with this one, advanced tracking, and let's attack this guy.
For a fleshcrafter.
Okay. Armor penetration. Let me check your armor first. No armor. But the bleeding could be good, right? Yeah. 50. Okay, let's remove the dodge then. Yeah, you are going to fall. He did. Okay. Unexpected. Not sure what did happen over there, but okay, let's protect the guy.
One of us would be enough.
And let me see. Yeah, 50. Okay. Toscarin. This one, get the same. How much is it? Yeah, just one. So let's try this one.
The order is clear.
Okay. Okay. Climbing the ladder, I guess. Almost there. You got this.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
Okay, I guess this is it.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Adira. Can I target you? I can. I prefer to do this, I guess.
Your last stroke of luck.
Okay. No need to do anything else, I guess. I can't do much. Nice one.
Do not give in to emotions.
How many chance? 50, it's okay. Coin toss. Don't like that. Yeah, I prefer this one.
If it serves your cause. If I must.
1, 2, I can do. No, this is done. Okay.
I am not yours. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
I think you're dead. Don't think this is very useful. Maybe over there.
Hear you moving.
Nice one.
No more.
Can I fall back now?
Okay, Seren. Let's see. Everyone is so far away.
I will triumph. The ruin beckons.
Yeah, nice, but okay, you are here. Sorry for you.
I need no guidance. The blood-soaked tribute must be over.
Okay, let's stay here. I forgot about you.
What a satisfying demise.
Okay. Can you do this? No? Come on. Okay, let's try to do something else then. Okay.
I know what I'm doing, usually. Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
Okay.
Am I getting paid for this?
Let's see if you can do this. Yeah, 30%, it's really bad. I guess. Yet.
Don't get too cocky.
Yeah, let's do this.
I move swiftly to strike.
Oh, I forgot completely about you. Okay. Yeah, this is done. Let's give you this.
I can do that with the right incentive. Tell me, and it is done.
Okay, first. You.
I deal death with my hands.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe not. I will be forced to do
This
this.
tedium is beneath me.
Coin toss? Not anymore.
You jest, surely. I'd like to, but
What?
I can't.
Let's do this.
I hold all the cards.
Okay.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent.
This can't be!
This can be, and still. Okay. A man in an officer's uniform is kneeling and scrabbling around in the mess of blood and dirt on the floor. As soon as you draw nearer, you hear his feverish muttering, "No, no, no. Where is he? Where's my son?" The lower half of the officer's face is grimy with some strange substance too pale and too lumpy to be blood. The officer pays you no attention. His eyes are fixed on the floor. Wait. He's an operational officer from deck 673, not from one of the local clans, which is why I remember him. He helped me bring up the new recruits from the planet. What is he doing here? Examine the officer's face. You take another step towards the man and peer into his face. Blue veins bulge under his cab-mottled skin, and his bloodshot eyes are darting in every direction, sometimes rolling back into his head, so that only the whites are visible. The strange stuff covering the officer's face is lumpy pig slime mixed with blood that is streaming from his disfigured nose. Why are you here and not on your assigned deck? Something shifts in the officer's expression, and the feverish gleam in his eyes goes out. Tacitus, my boy, swamp devils dragged him off. I'm here, I'm supposed to be. I'm looking for my son. The Emperor's valiant guards came to save my boy. I showed them where the swamp devils dragged Tacitus. I led them right here like they asked. They will make short work of the nest of those beasts, and I will keep looking for my boy in the meantime. Master, will you help? The man's face contorts in a monstrous grimace, a mixture of pain, hope, and madness. I will be damned if this officer has a son. Perhaps he did once, but he embarked without any family in tow. Abelard sighed heavily. He has cracked. The poor wretch. I believe this monkey is not here by chance. He has been in the clutches of the Dark Ones. His current state may be the bitter fruit of time spent alongside those masters of torment and madness. Okay, let me think about this. There are no guards here. You are on board the rogue trader's vessel, and knee-deep in Xenos blood and entrails. I don't understand. Xenos? What Xenos? For an instant, awareness returns to the officer's eyes, and he seems to see his surroundings for the first time. His face slowly stills in horror. Emperor preserves us. The man sneezes, and the lower half of his face is coated anew in the slime streaming from his nose. The officer casts you a pleading look. What is this nightmarish scene? I was leading the Emperor's guards to the Swamp Devil's nest across the marshland of my homeworld, but instead of that, I was showing the way to them. He points at the corpses of the Xenos with a trembling hand. Hallucinations, a heretical mirage. The guards, they weren't very chatty. One of them called me something strange, monkey, I think, and I heard them talking among themselves. Something about seizing the ship. Don't let them through. Through to where? I don't know. Oh, it's coming over me again. Blow up the reactor bay, damage the engines, and then disassemble the helpless ship to your Xenos Earth's content. Oh yes, that sounds just like my partners. Dira tilts her head to one side. Those words, Lord Captain, don't let them through. I've set my little voice singing. I hear them singing about a fine thread that leads to the heart of your territory. I hear them sing of Dargonis, of a black dragon. Magi, I think. Could it be the dragon who sent us here to this rendezvous? My, a Xenos who eviscerates human worlds has set a trap for us, instead of meeting us in an honest duel. How unexpected. Tell me about this. Tell me about these hallucinations. When did they start? I don't remember. It's so strange. It's like I'm here and I'm there at the same time, but I remember many watches ago a visit from a guardsman after the Swamp Devils attacked, it seemed. He treated my injuries, did something to my face, and said that his comrades would come and do what they had to do. And when the rest of them came, they told me to show them the way to the nest. But we are on the ship. Where did I take them? Bella clutches his head. Motive force strike me down. I think I've got it. The Xenos that the crew smoked out during the recent warp jump. This poor madman must have taken him for a guardsman. Remember, Lord Captain, the enraged Drukhari who had bent several crew members to his will? It seems you were not in your right mind. I think you're right, Lord Captain. Reason has fled me. I can't hold out. Even now, I can see the marsh where Tacitus vanished just behind you. The man's face twists in a mask of pain and grief, and a powerful spasm racks his body. Jay looks at you. Whatever they did to him, Sherin, there is no way back for him now. If it were up to me, I would let him slip back into the illusion where there is still hope of finding Tacitus. Let him go at peace with himself, and not as a traitor. Okay. Let me read them, at least. Oh, this is horrible. I think I hear your son calling you. I will never choose Iconoclast. Leave the officer between the two worlds. I want to watch the scum suffer. No one betrays Severin. The officer's death throes last for several minutes. His eyes are still hazy, seeing the false vision, and his screams are interspersed with piteous attempts to call for his dead son and pleas to the Lord Captain for forgiveness. At last, his body collapses to the floor, where it convulses for a few moments longer. The dead man's face is twisted in indescribable agony. But I think the iconoclast choice was the worst. You bend over the body. Despite the numerous blood stains on his skin and clothes, the officer had not been seriously wounded. The only noticeable injury is on his face. His nose is disfigured, and the red, slimy substance is streaming from it, staining his mouth and chin. I'm curious about what will happen if I choose one, so I'm going to do it. Contact the Voxmaster, take the body to the infirmary, and try to identify the cause of his madness. Kill Oxynos.
My pleasure.
This bomb produces short electromagnetic pulses that disable power grids and devices. It is strong enough to take out the power of a whole city district or several void ship sections. Diffuse the charge. And don't trigger it.
Predictable. Powers unseen uncover my path.
Is this new? Even from behind the metal's thick wall of the reactor, you can hear the breath of the mighty plasma beast that sets the void ship in motion. Okay, it looks... What was that? It was a new weapon, right? Shard carbine. It doesn't look very good, but I could be wrong. The rate of fire is interesting, and it's a toxic burst, so it could be interesting. Could be interesting for Jay, I guess. Yeah, not bad. I will check it later. Okay, let's collect everything I can.
The world will bow.
One and it's done.
Okay, I forgot a few things. Okay. And over there, I guess.
Do you see that?
Oh. Okay. I see it, but okay. Let's go there.
Let's seize the opportunity.
I came from here, I think. I forgot something? Come on. Okay. Finally. Okay. Let me check. Return to Dargonus. The rendezvous point set by the Xenos turned out to be a trap. The rogue trader must return to Dargonus immediately to regroup and clarify the situation. Okay. A new ruler. I don't think I can do that right now. Call to the edge. We are very close. Okay. Let's see. I think I have checked every planet except one, so I guess we are going to do that now before going back. No. I have an urgent message from Dargonus, Lord Captain. Our astropaths are receiving numerous transmissions, but no, these aren't ordinary messages. Each and every one is a plea for help. Dargonus is reporting a massive Xenos raid, and every mental image transmitted is wreathed in flame. The astropathic Pyromancer is struggling to determine when exactly the invasion began, but all signs point to it happening shortly after your departure to the Cinerus Maleficum. Any delay condemns the world to even greater suffering. Your people are begging for immediate aid. Come on. Just one. And it's the same yeah. Same number of planets, so I think I can deal with it. Lost in the Void? What is it, Lost in the Void? Rumors. Lost in the Void. Footfall is still waiting for news from an ancient ark known as the Wasteland Wayfarer, which set off for distant stars in search of new worlds. The vessel's last astropathic message supposedly came from the Cinerus Maleficum. So I could be wrong, but I think time only pass when you go to another planet, so yeah, this is not too long. Let's go there, I think. I'm not sure there will be consequences. Okay. Instead of admiring themselves, monkeys should direct their gaze to the world around them more often. True. But Severin doesn't know that. Let's take a recap. Thank you, Maeve. Let's talk to Elliot. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. Taking careful steps, almost without a sound, Elliot examines the studio's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Eldari tongue. Why are you in my chambers and uninvited at that? Elliot turns to you. Why are you asking me this, Elantak? Is this place forbidden? Not this room in particular. On my craft world, we all held to a simple custom. You may set your foot wherever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. Is there something sacred in this room, Elantak? Elliot looks around the room. I do not think so. How did you manage to slip past the enforcers. You know, I avoid your kin and their obsessive attention. It was fairly easy to distract a couple of monkeys and slip past them. Meeting your eyes, Iliad nods in understanding. I suppose this is not pleasant news to hear. Let me see. You do not understand how suspicious this looks? Yes? Only in your eyes, Elantak. But knowing how fearful and mistrustful your species is, I suppose I should have foreseen such a reaction. For humans, trespassing is akin to an insult. Did I ever think I would encounter this again after Krudarak? Eliot laughed thoughtfully. Stiff, meaningless rules, and condemnation for overstepping lifeless boundaries. It weighted so heavily upon me back then. But is your entire world contained within this tiny metal cage, Elantak? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expensive than... Well, enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. That I did fulfilled. I have traveled through the veil many times inside your steel-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Yet stares through you, unconsciously, touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ears each time I enter the warp, inescapable and incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I have learned to shut myself off, as best as I can, just so that I might have the chance to search for what I have lost. We found everyone we could, Elantak, and all of them were dead. Hopelessness and despair gleam in Eliot's eyes, and her voice breaks treacherously. But the thread of fate is broken, and I no longer know how to help my people. I failed to save anyone, and I failed to learn the truth about Krudarak's demise. I've lost my way, and I thought you were the only person on this entire ship who might understand. I was not wrong to think though, was I? For a moment, a sad smile flickers on Eliot's face, and her voice rings with agonizing doubt. No matter what, you try to keep your promise. Even if your species loves to stamp out any life form they find undesirable. I don't understand too. I stand by my action, but I try to help her, and then I say, your kin got nothing less than what they deserved. So I am saying the opposite after that. I think I'm going to go with one, because Sebran doesn't like too much humans if they are belonging to the Imperium. And Xenos, it's a different species, and he can understand what Eliot is trying to do. Do not give up, you will find what you are looking for. What is this, Elantak? Consolation? What do you... Eliot's words are interrupted by a strange sound similar to a stiff sigh. A gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention. An odd, unsightly shard of porous material, mounted on the wall like a trophy. An entire kaleidoscope of emotions plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. She sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind an impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this, monkey? Iliad's voice sounds unusually cold. I succeeded, Fellowship. Something has changed. It is as though you have cut yourself off from me. Iliad, what is going on? Iliad looks at you, her eyes devoid of every emotion, every shred of life, and warmth that you previously beheld in them. You are observant, Elantak. How unusual. But there is no need to trouble your mind with conjecture. I have inflicted enough of my unbridled feelings upon you. But I am in control again. Enough. I have lingered here too long. From now on, I will avoid entering places you would prefer to keep hidden from me. I'm not sure if you can avoid this particular outcome. It was the same in my first playthrough, and I wasn't playing as an heretic. Okay, let's continue. Chart new routes. Let's visit. Plasteel. Do I need this? I'm not sure. I'm going to let it where it is. What is this? I have no idea. Is it part of the DLC? Okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to take Kibela. But again, low warp, I'm going to... Yeah, I need Idira for the warp skill checks.